All right, it's our first episode of Behind the Pine. I'm Liz Mantel with WYRK. We are here at Big Ditch in downtown Buffalo, and we have Matt from Big Ditch, and we have Nate from Great Lakes. And you guys have probably seen on social media, if not, they're actually collaborating on a beer, and we'll touch on that today and some other things going on with Big Ditch and Great Lakes. Now, I'm drinking a Hayburner, which I love. It's delicious. I'm going to take a sip right now. But why don't you talk about the collaborative beer now? What did you guys both provide for it? What type of beer is it? What is it called?
Sure. So the beer is called Great Big Steve, which is a reference to Grover Cleveland, who was the former mayor of Buffalo and also had been president of the U.S. for a few times. Mm-hmm. And so we wanted to do something that was a reference to Buffalo, reference to Cleveland, and then also a reference to Great Lakes and Big Ditch. And then we also found out in our research that Grover Cleveland actually was at one point voted the least healthiest president of all time. He had a penchant for cigar drinking and cigar smoking and beer drinking. So we thought that was kind of a good reference.
That fits into both Cleveland and Buffalo.
Yes.
Very well.
Yes.
Very well.
So the beer itself is sort of a hybrid beer. It's like a Doppelbock, which is a sort of a stronger malty lager. This actually happens to be an ale version of that beer. It's 7.5%. We were aiming for something, again, very malty, a little bit on the rich side, nice and chewy. And we actually happen to use a few local ingredients in the beer as well. We use smoked malt. We actually smoked malt here in our house from New York Craft Malt, and we use some spelt from house malts in Ohio. So we wanted to incorporate some local pieces to the beers as well. So we had our head brewer, Corey Catalano, basically remotely communicate with Luke Purcell, who's the Great Lakes head brewer, and sort of decided on the style. And we went back and forth on the recipe, and actually Luke had the idea about incorporating local ingredients, which is great. And then we were lucky to have Luke come out here for a day and help us with a brew day. So he helped to mill some of the grain and mash in and get an idea of what our brewery was like. You know, it's a lot smaller than Great Lakes Brewery, but still a pretty good time. He had some nice things to say, so it was great having him here.
That's kind of a big deal for him to take time off at Great Lakes to make the trip down to Buffalo.
It really is, and he was more than happy to do it. He was super impressed with where Buffalo was going. We got to take him around and go drink at a few places and eat out, but he loved being at Big Ditch. He was super impressed with everything that's going on here and enjoyed your beers. We stuck around and drank for a good amount of time. And
what anything else exciting coming up with Big Ditch?
We're always doing new and fun stuff. We're having a release of a India Red Ale called Galaxy Red. It was a limited release last year when our tap room first opened. Today we're sort of launching it as our spring seasonal. Little things here and there. We're always brewing new things. We're keeping it innovative. We're keeping it fresh. So.
And what about you, Nate? What's going on with Great Lakes?
We have a bunch of brand new beers coming out this year. We have our Turntable Pils, which will be out at the end of March, that we're really excited about. It's a Czech-style Pilsner. We also have a Steady Rollin' Session IPA that'll be out, as well as our standbys, like our Chill Wave, our double IPA, which will be out in April, which
delicious.
Is fantastic. So we're looking forward to it, and we're going to be doing a lot of live music, or getting behind a lot of live music with WYRK and everything like that, and some on-air promotions.
Well, it's perfect. I think WYRK and beer go perfectly together, especially when I'm involved. So we thank you for really Great Lakes being that regional, but also community, and of course, Big Ditch. So cheers to the first Behind the Pine.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank
Cheers.
It's delicious.